you're seeing is something that you don't normally see from the Trump administration, which is backtracking. They're reeling, which tells you how significant this development was. I mean, they tried the same tactic when Renee Good was murdered, when she was shot 3 times in the face. It didn't work with Alex Preddy. There's this growing realization in the country that this is a police force that is accountable to no one, but ultimately the President of the United States, that is doing extra constitutional things and hunting U.S. citizens down and killing them. And this is not something the American public is used to, and for good reason. And so this pushback, this blowback has been extraordinary from even within his own party and certainly with right-wing influencers.
A judge has ordered acting ICE Director Todd Lyons to appear in a Minnesota court on Friday, saying the agency's violations of court orders is extraordinary. Meanwhile, President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, has arrived in Minneapolis to lead the immigration crackdown. Speaking by his helicopter, Marine One, Trump said Homan will speak with local officials.
In Minnesota now, he's meeting with the governor. And he's meeting with the mayor, I think, later. And I hear that's all going very well also. I'm going to Iowa. Some of you are coming with me, but I'm going to Iowa. And what can I say? The economy is good. It's all good. Prices are coming way down. And we have a lot of very positive news.
Well, Gregory Bovino, the Border Patrol commander who's become the public face of the immigration crackdown in Minneapolis, is being swapped out for Tom Homan. Let's speak to Mike Madrid, Republican strategist and political consultant. Mike, a warm welcome. How do you categorise this moment for Donald Trump?
Well, this whole immigration ploy has been a complete fiasco for him politically. He's hovering at all-time lows in polling. He's lost independence to a historical degree. And he's also, we're seeing cracks in this MAGA base of support. His most ardent supporters are starting to break off from him. So he's going to have to pivot. He's going to have to make a change. That's not something that Donald Trump does easily, but firing Bovino, I think, was the first step in that direction.
The Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's taken quite a bit of heat for what's happened in Minnesota and Minneapolis. Donald Trump earlier saying that she was doing a very good job and won't step down. But what we've heard in the last few moments or so, House Democrat leaders saying Noem must be fired or face impeachment proceedings. How much is she to blame? I mean, would she be the fall guy? Is she the architect of the instrument here, or do we look a little further than that?
Well, I think we should look a little bit further than that. But I mean, in terms of the politics, the raw politics of this, I mean, losing her is probably the most expeditious and smart thing that Donald Trump could do, is just give her up and move on and try to pivot away from this really, really bad situation that they've drawn themselves into. Tom Homan, the new director, has a very different strategy and approach than what Bovino and Noem were trying to do. They had very high publicly, extravagant, spectacular, horrendous imagery that they used to kind of terrorize the Latino community specifically, but all Americans generally. That's not Homan's style. I think they realize they're going to have to tone this down a little bit. And Kristi Noem has been a very big part of amplifying this and creating this scenario. I'm sure definitely with the direction, probably by Donald Trump. But for better, for worse, at the moment, she's the face of this really unpopular agency. And I think Democrats have a lot of leverage at the moment, and they're going to extract it, especially as we head into government shutdown discussions.
Yeah, we know that Donald Trump's agreed that the present situation cannot continue. I mean, yes, in Minnesota, wider operations have to be looked at as well. And Melania Trump today, it's an interview that aired on Fox News earlier, called for unity. That is significant, isn't it?
It is. And again, what you're seeing is something that you don't normally see from the Trump administration, which is backtracking. They're reeling, which tells you how significant this development was. I mean, they tried the same tactic when Renee Good was murdered, when she was shot 3 times in the face. It didn't work with Alex Preddy. There's this growing realization in the country that this is a police force that is accountable to no one, but ultimately the President of the United States, that is doing extra constitutional things and hunting U.S. citizens down and killing them. And this is not something the American public is used to, and for good reason. And so this pushback, this blowback has been extraordinary from even within his own party and certainly with right-wing influencers.
Because it is not what you expect. It is an incredibly low blow, and people may question the operations of Donald Trump, and indeed how he started off at making sure that there was zero immigration through the border, which many people applauded. But this is a new low. Just as we've been talking, I've had the news through that Republican Congressman Andrew Garbarino, chair of the House Homeland Security Committee, has said that Todd Lyons, he's the head of ICE, will testify at a public oversight hearing next month. Look, thank you for speaking to us. Mike Madrid, Republican strategist and political consultant. Good to have you with us.